going to talk about building sales funnels in Facebook. And this comes in many different shapes and sizes, just from a basic, you have a personal profile. What do you do with it? How do you drive people to where you want them to go? Like you just said, what actions do I want them to take? So chances are you're a real estate professional. You're always searching for more ways for leads and sales using social media, which is, we know the biggest platform to reach the masses. There's a lot of noise out there, especially lately, between politics and real world problems and all that. So it's like, how do we break through for that? So I've got a strategy for you. It's beginner proof. I'm gonna show you a little blueprint. A little about me: father, single, full-time dad since my daughter was in 8th grade, putting her through college, and just out here selling marketing, trying to get her through college. Been helping local businesses get more customers on demand. I really focus on automated systems. Biggest thing for me as a business owner, I wear a lot of different hats. We all do. We're trying to find ways to automate as much as possible, but also how do we automate it, still make it personal, because that's what it's all about. So I'm gonna show you a new way to hack your social media profile to generate unlimited free traffic. So it's probably the easiest, fastest, beginner friendly. You could have been doing it already, you just didn't know. So let's just kind of take a look at an example of hidden traffic on Facebook. We all see people's profiles. They got, you've got a couple of different places where you can really utilize to tell your story. Look at John Smith here. He's got world traveler and entrepreneur, love networking with others, shoot me a PM. That's a perfect example of a call to action. He's like welcoming you to send him a message. So that's a really good one. I do this all the time. You see a post or a comment or like catches your eye, but you can't help but click the profile and see who they are. We're all nosy online, right? We see somebody and we're like, who is this guy? Let me go figure out more about him. So that's really a really big key is just complete your profile. A lot of people don't even have complete profiles out there. I kind of jumped ahead into the next piece. So everybody's clicking, they're viewing. Let's do an experiment. Where we treat your profile like a landing page is your buttons, your links, call to actions, and all that. We all know about landing pages and funnels. If you don't, you should definitely catch up on that.
Quick question: should all your profiles be the exact same?
I have multiple profiles and I have them different because I use them for different things. I was a DJ in the bar scene since like 05. I had that page. It had like all my party people on there. That's not where my business owners are. So I have a different tone over there. I have a different image over there. I have Marcus. That's the business page. I have a different approach over there. So I feel like, yeah, you should have multiple pages if you can get past Facebook, because they do catch you sometimes. You should have different images over there. The biggest thing I see with real estate agents, bigger business owners, a lot of people I feel like are afraid to be active online because they're like, oh man, I don't want to put the wrong impression out there. And you go,
we know you're a party animal, Valerie.
Right.
You can't hide it.
The thing about this is this, I'm 42. I'm in that millennial phase where first thing I do is look on Google for your business. I'm going straight to social media. And if you're not active, I'm probably not going to engage.
Right. No reviews. That's a bad sign.
No reviews. If you're not posting,
nobody knows anything about you.
If you're not posting on social media, I just assume you're probably not in business. You just got pages for no reason.
And as a realtor, by the way, not only to the regular social media sites you have access to, you all have a realtor.com profile waiting for you. So make sure that's filled out. Yeah. Fill out all the free profiles you can.
Yeah. And on top of that, it's, I'm learning as I dig deeper into SEO, every single profile that you can have with backlinks back to your brand is more chances to be seen.
Always link to your website. And
so here's an example.
Hey Marcus, I have a quick question.
Yes.
You were talking about reviews. You're speaking primarily on a business page, not on a personal page, correct?
Yes, you got so I'll take a couple different approaches. I have my company fan pages, but I also have a personal fan page. I got lucky. Facebook doesn't do this anymore, but I was able to convert all my friends over to followers with a click of a button. They did away with that feature because they realized it wasn't quite fair. So I got lucky and got grandfathered in. Yeah. But you should have a personal fan page, which is essentially still a business page, but I'd use that more as a personal blog versus posting really business type stuff over there. You know what I mean? Because the key is this: everybody hates sales in general. They don't want to be sold every day when they look at your page. So it's that, I forget what the Gary V rule is, but it's like jab, jab, punch or something, like some little saying he's got. But it's like post more personal, less sales. So post those funny memes.
I like that. So it's like a 2/3 rule, basically.
Exactly.
For every 2 posts that are.
Post about your awesome cat that you just got. Post about your, even though it's
you may think it's not business, but in this day and age, every post is business.
Here's the ninja trick that a lot of people fail to realize. If you haven't watched the documentaries on Facebook, definitely do so. It really explains the algorithm at a whole deeper level. But really, Zuckerberg created Facebook for people to connect with people they already knew. It was never intended to be this marketing platform that it's become. So if you notice, if I message one of you guys and you've never seen me on your timeline, I'm going to start popping up in your timeline now. So the more we engage, the more we stay in each other's feed. So there's the key. Some marketers will say you should spend 30 minutes a day just reaching out to everybody on Facebook, commenting on their stuff, clicking like, engaging, shoot a message. Hey, hope your day is awesome, whatever. Just the simple,
easy stuff.
Things. It's just time consuming.
You just have to make it part of your day.
So here's an example of, I got like 70 slides, so we'll probably run over because we're talking a lot along the way, just so y'all know. Here's an example of what some would say is a good landing page. I don't necessarily agree with this because it's just really salesy. But this is the theory and how it should look. So you got to find, the trick is, how can I get you to click on something? It's got to be informational. So for you guys, the perfect example of a lead magnet to put on your profile as that cover would be, one of your home buyer guides, your home seller guides, stuff like that. Hey, you want to find out how much your house is worth? Click here to find out. Stuff like that. Stuff that's really going to bring that value, because as a realtor, I wouldn't want to just talk to 50 million people that are wanting to take action anyway. That's the biggest problem with Facebook marketing for realtors is it's a drawn out process. Most people click on a real estate ad, they're at the very beginning of their buyer or seller process. And if you don't have a 7,000 day drip set up, you probably won't catch them. You know what I mean?
Right. And there's value too in making sure your landing page looks like the marketing you've been pushing out.
Exactly.
So you can see that purple and gold continued on the side picture.
He's got it color branded.
And it's really easy for agents to do that kind of stuff now with tools like Canva, which is a free tool, an online designer, where you can drop your images in.
Too easy.
It's way quicker than it used to be. You don't need a professional person to do this for you anymore.
Better for you on that. You can go on Etsy and buy templates for Canva. I do it all the time.
There you go. Or Canva's got a ton of free ones.
They got tons of free ones. Pay for the pro Canva. That's what I would do. People are looking at our profile even though you don't see it, right? And perfect example, anytime we post anything political, everybody and their mom is clicking on that, and everybody's got an opinion now. And I'm like, where did you come from? You've never clicked on any of my stuff. And as soon as I post something controversial, here you are chiming in. So, I encourage you to post controversial stuff just to draw out those people out the woodwork, because now you see who's really watching versus who you thought was watching.
Or let's just say thought-provoking content, maybe not necessarily controversial.
It could be something as simple as, white chocolate or dark chocolate.
I got a lot of success. I asked about a year ago, I was like, all my friends, what are you really excited about right now? And whether they were excited about something nerdy, a new TV show or a new book or a new game, so I got all kinds of cool responses that I didn't expect at all.
Yeah, and that's the key, is how can we get more engagement? So post things that are going to draw people out to comment. Everybody's an expert, so anytime you're looking for something, Facebook has got all the experts.
Right. So for all of you new folks on here, when you post something to your Facebook page, organically, only about 5% of the people that follow you will see that post.
It's even worse on the fan page. On your fan pages, just forget it. But the key here's the problem with that. We get in this.
It goes so fast, the feed just continues.
No, it's just the way it's set up. Their algorithm is designed to do that. But again, it goes back to Zuckerberg only wants people that are engaging with each other to see each other's content.
So the more you engage out, the more engagement you'll
get. Where we get engagement in and out, it keeps the feed flowing the right way.
Also, why I recommend, if you're browsing feeds and things, don't just or leave a comment. It's so easy to say, what a great idea, or wow, Or
Quick
even
and
just an
simple.
emoji. Like
Yeah,
that
just the
is the
emoji
easiest
works.
way, and it takes half a second.
Well, it goes back to what I was saying.
And sometimes it's way easier than
Yep.
actually saying something with content.
Yeah, it's like I was saying a while ago. It's like I encourage everybody to spend 30 minutes a day just doing that, going around, commenting, interacting, leaving messages, that kind of thing. And don't be discouraged on your fan pages when you post something that you thought was really cool and only 2 people seen it and you got 1,000 fans. It's going to happen, and that's where we get in our head and we go, well, I'm not even going to post anymore. What's the point? Well, the point is, if I go look at your page and you're not active, I assume you're not doing business. So don't worry about the numbers so much as just being consistent.
Yeah.
So that's kind of goes into this. People are looking at your profile whether you see them or not. So the goal is we want to see them. So your profile isn't set up and optimized to capture potentials. You're missing out. We're leaving money on the table every time. I've seen real estate agents that never post anything about real estate. And I'm going, are you a real estate agent? You don't post about real estate. So we're going to show you how to transfer your Facebook profile into a lead machine. So the reasons to set this up, it's a brand new strategy. I mean, you'll see it around, but in a local community like this, there's not really marketers really utilizing funnels and stuff like it could be. And this is 100% free leads that you're going to get from stuff like this. If you're doing this and someone randomly just messages you and says, hey, I'm actually looking to sell my house. Can you help me? I didn't realize you're a realtor. Free lead. You didn't do anything
That
for
counts.
it.
That's one.
That's one. And it's
Tallies.
a hot lead. You know what I mean? Now we're not going back and forth on email and doing all that. It's boom, you got them in your inbox, you're ready to go. And once you set this up, you can set it and forget it and do it. But I encourage not to set it and forget it. I encourage you to change your lead magnets out.
And this is great because Facebook will gladly take all of your money if you want them to.
Oh yeah, they'll take all your
Don't
money.
just freely
I
get
have
Facebook
I have a
FYI.
$20 a day ad running right now as we speak.
Ballsy.
That's a cheap one. So step one, the perfect lead magnet. What is that for realtors? That's definitely going to be your home buyer guide, your home seller guide, your checklist. You know, I'd say, hey, top 10 things you should look for when picking your real estate agent. Any of that stuff that seems cheesy and corny is going to be good.
Things that people are researching when they're first thinking about finding a realtor.
And here's something even better. If you want to go SEO on it, write a blog article on that with that checklist. So not just don't just link it to a PDF. Put a blog article on your blog saying, here's the top 10 things you should look for when you're looking for a real estate agent. Post that link as your cover photo. Now you're tripling, you're doubling down. So, you know, offer profile visitors a gift. I'm a huge fan and believer of giveaways because when you run contests, you're going to get results. The trick with that is on a personal level like this, again, you're going to want to link it back to a funnel situation. You're going to want to opt them in. You're going to want to get their phone number, their email, so you can follow up later. And that's a whole nother workshop, so we won't go too deep into that right now. So proven lead magnet ideas, mini courses, ebooks, toolkits, videos, giveaways, infographics. I mean, you can go on and on. Checklist, newsletter, podcast episode. A lot of you guys are doing podcasts and stuff. I see it all the time. Link to that. People want to see that stuff. The more personal it is, the more results you're going to get. You know, unfortunately, people want to know. We want to know everything about you. So get personal. Find a way to do it to where it still relates to the business. You know, discounts, whatever. So presenting that, you know, is the crucial. You want to have a mock-up is what we call it. Graphic River. I'm giving you all guys my magic secrets now. Graphic River is a really good template site. You can get website templates and all kinds of stuff over there. But what you want to do, and you can do this with Canva, you want to create that cover photo. Here's like super important thing that people miss. Make sure the size is right. Make sure the media is positioned right. And here's the key. People will design things on their computer. They don't go look at it on mobile. And then I look at it and I see half your face instead of the whole thing. And now I'm just like, they don't even know what they're doing. So you got to make sure it's sized for mobile more than anything. As we know, 80% of traffic's on mobile. People will sit down and plan their house buying journey on the computer, but it starts on their phone. So definitely want to make sure you optimize it. Now, step 2 is
check my cover photos real quick.
Yeah, everybody check your cover photos. Don't do it right now, but make sure you put it on your to-do list to go check all your mobile assets. Step 2 is write a persuasive call to action. That is the biggest thing I see people, anytime you post, every single time you post, you should have a call to action. Whether it's a personal or a business post, it still needs to have a call to action. I either want you to take an action and go to the website or go to the funnel, or I want you to comment on the post. So if it's a personal post, leave it with a call to action. Leave it with a question. Everybody's an expert. Everybody's egos is huge. They want to show that they're the expert.
And as business professionals, other business professionals, but that's all that they want too. Yep. So if you start doing that to other professionals,
they'll do it back.
They'll do it back to you because they know the cycle.
Yep. So always have your call to action. I can't stress that enough. Write your call to action. Put emojis in there. You know what I mean? Like here's an example. Do one of those short little bit.ly links. Put your emojis in there. Put your money sign in there. Whatever to make it spice up. Experts and gurus say that emojis are really big and Facebook will give you more traffic if you use all those little cool things. It's not proven, but who knows?
You can't hurt to try.
It can't help because it makes it more visual. We know we're in a land of people want visual
and short attention.
They want video. They want video more than they do pictures. So I always encourage people to do more video than just text. Just make it catchy. You definitely want to have a headline, write a persuasive headline, magnet headline, clear, concise, benefit-oriented way. And I would put that in my little bit.ly link. You know what I mean? Like I've got an example there. Google My Business hacks. Everybody wants to figure out how to hack Google, right? So that's going to draw you in. You're going to click on that because you're going to go, oh man, how do I hack Google?
So you probably spent your whole life hating clickbait stuff like this.
Oh yeah, but I click on them.
Now is your time to be the clickbait. Yeah. You are the clickbait.
Well, I click on. Here's another key thing I encourage everybody to do. It's going to clutter your email up, so be ready for that. But anytime I see an ad that's running that's relevant to what I'm trying to do, I click on it, I opt into their freebie, and I steal their stuff.
R&D.
I take it. I take it. You know what I mean? So go out there and find somebody that's killing it.
Yeah.
That's doing what you want to do and take their free stuff and repurpose it. This presentation is repurposed.
Obviously, put it in your own words.
Put it in your own words.
You're not.
Don't straight copy.
No straight stealing, guys.
Right. So 12 proven headline formulas, how to result in a time frame without, so these kind of things. So in a sense of real estate, we would say, how to sell your house in 30 days without driving yourself crazy. 10 quick tips to getting easy funding. Fastest way to pick a real estate agent. You know what I mean? You can go on and on that stuff. It's not hard, but just notice these headlines and these trigger words. You know what I mean? How to 3 times your results on your real estate investments if you're trying to target people that are investors, stuff like that.
So I have, in the past, I have all the brochures of how to pick your road, 6 mistakes you might have when buying your home or other. I should be using those.
Yeah,
we need to talk.
Yeah, you can definitely do it. And side note, I have a lot of real estate funnels, so I am for hire to help with all this stuff. Been waiting on this moment for a while. Use your relevant emojis. This website is where all the emojis are. Getemojis.com. And you copy and you paste them. You should always use emojis in your post. They're cute. People love them. They love
it. It seems stuff. Not professional, but that's not the world we're living in anymore. Emojis are part of professional work.
Yep.
Crazy, right?
Yeah. So you always want to do your short. If you're going to do a blog post or something, make sure the URL in your blog post is pretty. You know what I mean? If not, take the ugly link, put it in bit.ly, and make it pretty.
You'll notice I use it a lot for FAAR stuff because it tracks how many people actually click on your link.
And now you can link pixels to it and all that other complicated stuff that nobody really pays attention to. Once you get that, keep it handy. I give you a little trick. Once you get your thing, put it in a notepad, write out a couple versions of it. You want like 3 to 5 versions of this post with different images, different things, all going back to the same thing. Because now you're split testing what copy works. The copy, in the marketing world, all my coaches that I've dealt with marketing, they're always like, Mark, it's the offer, it's the offer, it's the offer. And if it's not the offer, it's the copy. So you might have thought you had a great plan and it was like, oh, this is awesome. And you put it out and nobody clicks on it. And you're like, what happened? Well, it's either the offer or it's the copy.
And that'll help you just figure that out.
You got to figure out which one it is. So step 3 is optimize your profile, right? So turn your profile into the powerful lead trap. They say trap, but you know, don't think of that. So you got a 5-point profile optimization. Your cover photo is super important. Your profile picture, your intro section, your bio link, and your featured photo. A lot of people are not utilizing the featured photo, which is me too. Cover photo, this is where you're going to want to put that lead magnet in there with a call to action. So you got your headline, your button, and your mock-up of whatever that lead magnet looks like. And like I said, I would, for the sake of time, plan out the next 5. You know what I mean? Switch them out monthly. Don't let it set up there forever, because if it's not getting results, why would you leave it up there? So cover photo, here's back to that. Here's your sizing right here. So take note of that. 815 by 315. You know, put it in the middle. See how you left all that blank space? It's because mobile is not going to show it. And it shows it right over here, right? Mm-hmm. So mobile safe area. Cover photo example, you know, right there. That's not particularly what I would use, but it'll definitely grab your attention. So quick diagram of how the cover photo works. Your headline, your button, your lead magnet, right? When the button on the image is clicked, the pop-up window is shown to your visitor with your photo. And then over here is where they're going to have that call to action. Now, another key thing to note is when you update your cover photo, Facebook will put it in the feed. So it's going straight into the feed as it's a post.
This is great because Facebook moves their stuff around so often, but having what's really going on right now, this is such great information, guys.
Updating your profile picture and your cover photo constantly will keep you in the feed too. If you notice, anytime you update your picture with that new cute photo, you get 50 new likes because it went to the feed. It went to the feeds. Cover photo does the same thing. So
Sherry knows.
Oh, Sherry knows all about it. She's a rock star online. She is a rock star. So the profile photo, you can do the same thing. Put your lead magnet in there. You could literally do a 2-piece at that point. You know what I mean? Because the profile photo is definitely going to get people to click on that more than the cover photo. So now the ninja trick is, let me post my cute selfie, boom, call to action when they click on it. You know what I mean? Oh, here's a picture of my cat, call to action. You know, just be sneaky about it.
And this may not seem like part of your sales funnel, but it is. It's the widest. It's the widest part of your sales funnel.
It's the easiest piece.
Yes, exactly. You're bringing people in.
Well, you got the sales funnel starts at the top, and you're just trying to get as many people as you can in, and this is the very top of the funnel. So the intro section is another piece where you put your call to action. So really, you're putting this in 3 places: your cover photo, your intro section, your profile photo. So 3 different entry points for them to get to this lead magnet that you set up. Now you've got a bio link, so really 4. You got 4. Instead of, now here's another thing a lot of people don't realize, you can put multiple websites in your bio link. So you can put your main one, you can put your lead magnet, you can do all that. Instagram, you only got 1 link, so that's where everybody uses the link tree. By the way, I have my own, it's 360 bio link, and it's cheaper than Linktree. But back to the bio link section, you have multiple opportunities there to put those links. And if they're personal, people are going to be nosy and they're going to look at it. So the featured photo, so now we got 5 ways. So see how many different entry points there is here. Here's an example of a featured photo with the little button. So they click on that, it goes in there. Now you got your lead machine set up, right? So now let's talk about how to direct this traffic. You can do a simple and effective landing page. All of you guys got landing page builders with real estate. You got that. It's not some of them are not easy to use. I talk to realtors all the time, and their number one thing is, I have all that. Why would I pay you to do it? And I'm like, are you using it? No, I don't know how. And I'm like, that's why you should pay me to do it, because you don't know how.
What is it?
Exactly. And it can be as simple as, using a blog page to do simple blogs. There's tons of options out there.
Are we doing our own blog, or are we linking to a blog?
You want to do your own, because that's where you're able to do the personal touch. Now, another good example is, speaking of blogs, is I will go share content from blogs that is relevant to my niche. But in this example, you want your own blog post.
If you want to drive people to your stuff, you want to be sharing your info.
So here's the flow, guys. You got your profile over to your landing page to the thank you page to other, and then you're pushing the other directions, right? So you're making them opt in. Always get the email. If nothing else, get an email. Not everybody is going to give you their phone number on something simple.
Can I stop you there?
Yeah.
So I just want to stop because I think this is an important part. The reason why I used to think that make the offer less of a barrier.
Yeah.
And I took the email off because of that. But
what did you get out of it?
I didn't get anything out of it.
Right.
And then having the ask for the email is going to get you those people, and I'm sure he's going to touch on get those people that are interested.
Yeah, you only want people that are interested.
Right. You only want those people. Well, my mindset originally was, I need all the people. I don't need all the people.
You need the interested.
I need all the interested people.
That's right.
So that's where your mindset needs to be, is that you need all of the interested people. You don't need everybody because they're not going to do anything for you.
They're tire kickers. So what are you going to do with those people?
And over email, you can nurture people over years.
Right. Oh yeah, you can set a drip out for
not so much on social.
Nah, social media, not so much. Now there is incoming ninja trick, ManyChat. There are automated systems with Facebook, but it's through the fan page. So now the biggest problem is, and this is the biggest argument with social media, fan page versus personal profile. I don't want to post a bunch of business stuff on my personal profile. I got a fan page for that. Guess what? Your fan page is not going to get no traffic. So we got to do it on the personal page. Then we got to find a way to push them over to the fan page if we want. But really, I just want your email. I don't care about it after that. So find a way to collect the emails. That's really what we want. So, there's a bunch of drag and drop builders out there. You got HubSpot, they got a free versions, Squarespace, Qatar, Instapage, ClickFunnels. I'm definitely a fan of funnel builders. ClickFunnels is not my preferred, but they are huge. I've got the funnel hacking shirt on today from ClickFunnels. I started with them. I have a custom funnel builder that I use now. I'll show you guys an example of that at the end. So landing page, really important, same thing. As soon as you land on the land page, call to action, a little bit about you. And basically this is all the stuff you already have on your profile. You build it on your profile and then transform it into the landing page. Give them the benefits, introduce yourself, final call to action. Notice he's got call to action at the top and bottom. The more places you have call to action, the more likely you are to get somebody to take call to action. Because think about it, if I've got the call to action at the top of the page and I have this long funnel where I got to read through everything, now my phone rings and I get distracted, I never opted in. And then I look back on my screen and there's still no button and I'm moving on to something else. So I would have put the button in probably 3 places, in the middle, the top, and the bottom, because we want people to opt in. Then you got to have that thank you page. Now this is a great opportunity to offer something else. Have that, share this on Facebook, like me on YouTube, all that good stuff. Now we get into a little bit of the automation side on the back end. Now we want to have those money-making email sequences, right? So after someone opts in, the follow-up. Because we know in sales, the rule of thumb is, people don't take action until like 7 to 10 times later. So you want to at least have, my rule of thumb is 3 to 5 emails as soon as you opt in. Now I'm not going to hit you every single day. I'm going to space them out. And the key is, how can I find a reason to send you an automated SMS? Because emails are like, it's hard to get people to click on emails. So quick tip on that is use really simple headlines for your subjects. Quick question. That's one of my favorite.
Quick question.
You don't know what
familiarity, but just enough.
Just enough to entice you.
Yep. I'd click on that.
Yeah.
You got me.
Yeah. One more question. Yeah, just one more question. Have you seen this shit?
Right.
Read your question.
Can you help me? Can you help me? Can I help you?
Oh yeah.
Like all those basic things.
Simple is good. Keep it simple.
Step 6, engage. We've kind of already talked about this. We beat this one up, but engage on social media. You can drive on-demand traffic directly from your smartphone. It doesn't get any easier. It doesn't get any better. So everyone sat around every day when you're laying in bed, that first
energy conscious,
either that first 30 minutes of the morning or that last 30 minutes at night, instead of scrolling on TikTok, scroll on Facebook and engage with everybody. Search for groups. Groups are another big one. Groups are huge. We've got so many local groups here in the area. Fredericksburg Talk, Wall shame is not really one I'd go engage on.
Scanner.
But there's tons of these local groups, and they're always asking questions in these groups. So where a lot of people get caught up, well, I'm a real estate agent. Why would I answer a question about fitness or blah, blah, blah? Because now you are the person that is the expert. So comment on every freaking thing. Be the expert at everything in those local groups. Mm-hmm. Oh, you got a buddy that fixes cars? Some soccer mom dropped the comment in the group, who can fix my car? Hey, my buddy John can do it. Now they're going to click on your page and see your headline photo and go, ooh, this dude's a real estate agent. I'm actually looking for a house. So
also tag people in
people.
Do the @ sign and then start typing their Facebook name because their friends will see what you tag them in. So it's low hanging fruit. Anytime you do something with somebody else, tag them with you.
So
the easy way to increase your sphere.
Oh, for sure. Easily. So what I recommend doing, and I have this in a bunch of different ways.
You just got to start practicing.
Yeah, you just got to practice.
Into use.
That's right.
That's it.
Make a list of your top groups that you want to target, and make that a habit. Go in those groups all the time. Merchant Mondays are the best example. Jump in there on Merchant Monday, do a little post. What happened? Oh. So definitely take advantage of the groups. Join your groups and interact. Post content.
And there are FAAR groups too. So if you need some practice, you can practice in those. I would love to have you get your feet wet in the FAAR.
That's right. We need more engagement over there. She's
yes.
Harvard.
There's the FAAR Community Service Group, and then there is
Bend Your Elbow group.
There's a Young Professionals group. There's a couple of groups.
So here's a really good key point here. A lot of times we're scrolling and we'll see a post that has no engagement, and we keep scrolling because we're like, oh, there's no engagement here. Why would I click on it? That's the one you should click on, because guess what? That person that posted that got no engagement is going to be way more likely to interact with you now. They're going to be like, oh man, he liked my post. That's awesome. Nobody liked it but him. You know what I mean? So those are definitely the type of posts you should click on. Your friend that never gets any interaction, be the interactor. Create that. Get that buzz. Because now you're building, and it's real simple. Just commenting and complimenting them is going to go so much further than what we think. Now, when they think real estate, you're always going to be top of their mind. They're going to be like, man, that one real estate agent is always clicking on my stuff and brightening my day up. Mm-hmm. That's going to be the person they call. So be the superhero and swoop in and save the day.
Look for lonely people.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Look for people that are not getting a lot of engagement and be that one. Guess what? You're their only fan at that point. So it's like you ain't got no competition.
Which is funny because it makes me think of something I've always learned about networking. Is always look for the most awkward looking, nervous person in the room and just go talk to them. Because you don't know what they got, what they're doing. Right. So provide value. We already know that the fastest way to grow the influence is keep providing value for free, asking for nothing in return. Am I looking nosy? Look, so here's a good one. Become a farmer, not a nomad. Nomads are searching for a quick win. Farmer, on the other hand, we're just planting seeds and we're willing to wait it out. Join those groups and interact. Post content. That looks like a repeat. So here's some post inspiration. Motivational quotes and memes are always my favorites. Wins and losses. People will love to see your losses just as much as they love to see your wins. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to be like, man, I fell and stubbed my toe today, and here's a picture of how blue it is. Whatever. Yeah. Stuff. People want to see it. Unfortunately, people want to see your failures more than your success. Truthfully, life lessons. Drop value. Recommendations. Hacks. Borrow authority from another real estate agent or a mortgage person, somebody in your niche. That whole question of help me, this or that, help me decide. One of my favorite is like the memes that are like, one's got to go. And it's like a bunch of food. Everybody's one's got to go. KFC, you can't get rid of that.
KFC, Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Hardee's. And I'll be like, Hardee's has got to go right there. Yeah, one's got to go.
And then you've got a whole Facebook battle.
It's a whole battle. Now everybody's defending their favorite.
That is so engaging. Yeah.
It is.
People love it.
Take a poll. Do your testimonials, do your memes, your stories. Why is that post still in there 50 million times? Messenger is the key, man. There's one, this was not even a really recent, so that's probably like 2 trillion by now. 1.3 billion people on Messenger at the time of this. Get on there. I use Messenger more than I use my phone. Like, it is my communication because people that have the money to make the decisions are on Facebook. My daughter says that nobody her age is on there, and I'm like, that's cool. You guys ain't got no money anyway. You're 19. Your parents are paying your bills just like I'm paying yours. So we wanted Messenger is where we want to be. You can send files through there. You can send videos. I do voice messages a lot just to save time. So just network on Messenger. You know, another key thing, I hired a virtual assistant, not even a virtual, she's local, but we work virtual. Just have a virtual assistant to do this stuff for you. You know, let them automate it and just let them go do it. Hire one person to run your social media, do your outreach, give them the login to your Facebook page, and just don't do nothing creepy in there so you don't got to worry about what they see, and let them run with it and go engage and do your stuff.
So what you're saying is we need to start some new.
Start a new Facebook page. Oh man, yeah, pretty much. So let's recap the 7th step over here. 1, the lead magnet. 2, the call to action. 3, optimize your profile. I say optimize your profile first, actually, and then kind of jump in. Landing page, get your money making emails, engage on social media. You're going to get more leads. So my call to action here, see, I got a call to action at the end of my presentation. You want to help? Scan the QR, book a call with me. I'll look at it with you. If you want to learn more about me, go to marcustoller.info. You'll see all my cool testimonials and all. That's actually a good example of a landing page. So let me show you.
Can you email that to us? Or?
Yes, I'll share it with Lauren. Actually has it. You can send it out.
If we're like, I've got someone who, it's been a while now. I had someone run a $25 a day Facebook ad for me on Facebook, and it goes to my KV Core site.
Yep.
Right, so it gives me some lead gen and stuff. Will this do the same thing? Will you? I mean, are you
same thing? Essentially, essentially it's the same thing. Like this is a funnel right here. This is my personal website, but it's really just a funnel.
Okay.
And the call to action is I want you to book a call.
Okay.
I throw my press and media in there, you know, through some testimonials, you know, and it's just a simple little landing page. Okay. And that's it.
It should be as easy as KV Core gives you the code that you just copy and paste into your landing page, right?
Yeah.
If I don't want to, let's say, again, I also just got, what the hell is the other one? Not KV Core, Vulcan 7.
Yep.
So if I wanted for my Vulcan 7s for my expires and for sale by owners and stuff like that, but I can have it sent to whichever one I want to send it to, potentially.
Yeah,
probably a better KV Core because that's part of our EXP thing anyway.
Yep. So here's my funnel platform, and I use this for all my businesses.
Okay.
And I'll show you a perfect example of, you know, I've got a new marketing program I'm launching for DJs, you know, because I learned how to, you know, make a lot of money being a DJ, and I was like, all right, let me spread this. So I'll give you a perfect example. I built a little lead magnet. Dominate Google with Google reviews. This actually works for anybody if anybody wants to, you know, jump in there and grab it. But here's the example. Now I'm building my trainings in there. And this is actually a lead magnet. This is exactly what it would be. They've opted in and I'm giving them the workbook, I'm giving them the training, and then I'm opting them to upgrade their order for just $37 more. You can get the rest.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's the perfect example. We've all seen the formats. And I think where we get stuck is that we get in our head about, I don't want to be too salesy. That's a big barrier that we all have, is like, I don't want to be too salesy. People are not going to like me if I spam them all the time. Do you want interested and qualified people, or do you want your friends to like you? You know, but anywho, so if anybody's got any questions, I'm always open to answer any. I know we went over.